Theresa May said that it was a privilege to be able to have meetings with the Queenas. She admitted that Her Majesty's death was something she always hoped would never happen. May praised the Queen for being immensely knowledgeable and for being up to date about what was going on in the world. The former Prime Minister explained how nice it was to have private meetings with the Queen where you knew nothing would be leaked to the press. May told BBC Radio 4's Today programme, "Well, yes, it's a tremendous privilege as Prime Minister to be able to have those audiences of Her Majesty. And I'm sitting here, I guess like so many people across the country, thinking this was a time that we had always hoped would never happen. And adjusting to a sense, because the only monarch I ever knew until last night was Her Majesty, and adjusting to that realization that she is no longer there. But those audiences were conversations. Officially it's called an audience, but it was a conversation." May added, "And as John Major has said, it was a conversation with someone who was immensely knowledgeable, who did her red boxes, who read her papers, and who knew what was going on. And she had that tremendous experience over the years of her reign, who knew, as he said, many of the world leaders. And I always say, it was that one meeting a Prime Minister went into when they knew that nothing that was said was going to be briefed to the press or leaked afterwards." The news of the Queen's death hit the nation hard this week, as one of her last public photos was taken only on Tuesday, when she welcomed new Prime Minister Liz Truss. Truss met with the Queen at Balmoral Castle in Ballater, Scotland. A change from the usual tradition, the Queen would have normally met the new Prime Minister at Buckingham Palace. The Queen had welcomed 15 Prime Ministers in her reign of 70 years as the monarch. Many Britons are now in mourning since the announcement of her passing, and many have paid tributes and left flowers outside one of her residencies. Related articles: Kate rushes to pick up George, Charlotte and Louis from school. Queen death. Reporters emotionally blindsided by news. Truss addressed the nation last night on the news of Her Majesty's death. She said, "It's an extraordinary achievement to have presided with such dignity and grace for 70 years. Her life of service stretched beyond most of our living memories. In return, she was loved and admired by the people in the United Kingdom and all around the world. She has been a personal inspiration to me and to many Britons. Her devotion to duty is an example to us all." Truss added, "We are now a modern, thriving, dynamic nation. Through thick and thin, Queen Elizabeth II provided us with the stability and the strength that we needed. She was the very spirit of Great Britain, and that spirit will endure. She has been our longest ever reigning monarch. It is an extraordinary achievement to have presided with such dignity and grace for 70 years. Her life of service stretched beyond most of our living memories. In return, she was loved and admired by the people in the United Kingdom and all around the world.